give the British family car a distinctly exotic edge. This was the shape of wings to come. Famed in the 60s for their solidity and style, the BMC Farinas family still has one last place to go. But pounced upon by faster Fords, these old battering rams are more like lambs to the slaughter. This fall from grace is a far cry from the blessed marriage of the British Motor Corporation and a top Italian designer. In the mid-50s, BMC decided that to reduce costs, all 5 of its marques should share the same basic design. Unhappy with internal rivalry between Austin and Morris, they turned to Ferrari designer Pininfarina. The English counties had been seduced by a Latin lover, and in 1959, the Farinas family was born.
Before we'd had the conventional rounded shape, and suddenly we were faced with this brand new shape for the future. I was early 20s when all this happened, starting out on a career in the motor trade. In those days, basically, there was always great excitement when any new model appeared. We just couldn't wait to see them and to sort of start selling them.
Each model was styled and priced according to the badge, from around £800 for the basic Austin to over £1,000 for the top-of-the-range Riley. Whatever the price, Robin had little trouble selling them.
You sold it because it was a car which was bursting forth into the future. And I suppose, dare I say, you also sold it because it was a vehicle which not only had the British influence, which was rock solid and good, you also had the continental approach, which gave it a feeling of something a little bit different.
As for the Flash Gordon fins, Robin had some rather creative sales patter.
The fins were not only decorative, they were also extremely functional, in that when you were doing high speeds with the car, they would actually give you a beautifully straight line as opposed to wavering all over the road.
But Robin's relationship with the Farina wasn't purely professional.
This car I sold as a young salesman in 1959 to a colonel who had retired from the Indian Army. When he packed up driving at 92, I then took it over purely because there's so much sentimental value. So I've been concerned with it since its birth. Love it to bits, you know. I suppose it's part of one's life, really.